Hello, this is Mr. Inadequate turning down the music. I was going to turn it off. Well, that should be okay. Now, this is Mr. Inadequate. I'm playing Victoria 2 because Victoria 3 is coming and I wanted to get as used to the Victoria gameplay as possible. And yes, I know there's going to be differences and everything, but you know, might as well. Uh, we're going to do the tutorial because I don't remember anything about this game except it's fairly hard for me. So we're going to do the introduction. Okay, I'll let you read that. If you're watching this, you probably know what Victoria 2 is about. We're taking control of this country. They chose Belgium, a good nation to start with, limited size, significant potential, and it has already started industrializing. Now, up here we see the flag as well as its ranking in the world. Climbing up in this ranking is an important part of the game. We are a secondary power. Now, you have a number of tools to influence your nation's destiny. Victoria 2, many of these are very indirect. You change laws and taxes, and over time, there will be consequences to your actions. To interact with your nation, you have 8 screens that are open by clicking buttons in the top bar. In the top bar, you can also gain important, at a glance, information about the state of your nation. The 8 screens are production, which is there, budget, budget, production. It basically tells you about industries and the productions of goods. Budget, uh, you control taxes and expenses. Technology, this is where you research new technologies. Politics, one of the cornerstones of this game. You guide your nation by setting reforms and supporting political parties. Just be aware that your policies might upset various interest groups in the society. I would change that to when you change your policies, you will upset somebody. Population. Your population, the people who live in your country, is a major concern. Many of your decisions will be made with your population in mind, and most will have consequences for your population, maybe today or maybe in several years. Trade. The goods that are produced by the industrial and pre-industrial society must be exchanged for money. This is done via the trade screen. Trade will go on without your interference, but you need to buy goods to supply your government and also monitor the market for possible effects of your country. Diplomacy, another pillar of Victoria 2 is diplomacy, the making of alliances. Jousting for control over lesser nations is an essential part of getting the upper hand in the world. And then finally, military. This will change in Victoria 3, I'm pretty sure. The art of war. Uh, Politics and diplomacy can only take you so far before you must let the cannon speak. And as you can see, unlike Victoria 3, we do have representations. Okay, most of the action takes place on the world map. But here you can see countries, buildings, and troops. You can scroll the map by moving your mouse to the ends of the world, and you can zoom by using the mouse wheel. Okay, so okay, there's the mini map. Okay, let's go back to Belgium. I hope you understand the world we live in. There are a number of map modes that change the appearance of the map. We're currently in the terrain map mode. We can swap to political map mode to better see what provinces are controlled by which nations? Do this. I don't think that's the political. There we are. Okay, game's currently paused. When the game is paused, you can issue orders and interact with all aspects of the game. When you're done issuing orders, you can unpause the game and things will start to happen. Currently, January 1st, 1836. Next to the date, you see a pause symbol and a plus or minus sign. As in a lot of paradox games, that's how you speed up. Try unpausing the game now. Okay. There's going to be a lot of things going on in the world. Some things influence you and some do not. Pop-ups, message icons, message log, diplomatic icons. Okay. Okay, the Netherlands has declared war on us. We must deal with this. So that was the end of the first part. We are now going to do basic armies and navies. Welcome to the tutorial covering the military aspect of Victoria II, where Belgium and the Dutch have declared war. They're massing on our borders. We must repel them. Click the army in Brussels. Okay, the army you just selected, the 1st Infantry Division, the 1st Infantry Division consists of 12,000 men in 4 brigades. You can see the individual brigades and number of men in the unit. And this shows you all the different things. I'm not going to worry about that right now. To keep the Dutch occupied, okay, we're going to split. Now, we'll send one. Oh, that's all I needed to do. So we're going to put them together. Okay. Okay, we're in action. What is this? Okay. Okay, we won. Okay, the outliner. Is a shortcut to various useful things in your country, such as armies, battles, and ongoing constructions. You can configure the outline by selecting and unselecting the small icons on the top of it. Right now we want the 3rd EME division. Click this unit and the outliner. This would be it, I guess. Okay. To surprise the Dutch, we're going to land troops behind the line. Make sure you have the Army in Bruges selected. Notice that you have a Fleet in Bruges port. By clicking the load button in the interface, load your armies onto the ship. That would be there. Okay. Dogger Bank. We're in Dogger Bank. Okay, hold on. Uh, okay, what's this? What's going on here? I'm not. No. Oh, what's going on? Okay. Okay. We're going to do industry now. Here we will learn about the most basic component in building your country in Victoria to the economy. It's built around money and trade goods. Trade goods are produced and consumed by people and armies, while money is used to fuel the transfer of goods from the producers to consumers. To get an overview of the goods produced in your country, press the production tab up here. Oh, oh no. Okay. Can I move this out of the way? I cannot. Okay. Goods are, okay. Movement of goods. Goods being everything that we're moving. Goods are produced by producers and bought by consumers. Consumers are either people needing something to eat or producers needing raw materials. Okay. In this screen, you can see all the goods produced by our nation. They're grouped by category. Excuse me a minute. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Each output goods has an icon next to it representing which production type of producers produce it. Farmers and laborers for RGOs, craftsmen for factories, and artisans for their part of the production. In this screen, you can hover your mouse over various icons to get a better idea about the production going on in your nation to help you make your decisions. Goods are produced by RGOs, artisans, and factories. Okay, that was pretty much it. Let's do this. Okay, okay. So this is Brussels. The RGO, certain trade groups are produced by the resource gathering operations. These are farms and mines, basically. In the center of the province view, you see the data of the RGO of Brussels, a sulfur mine. Okay, the output shows us that it produces sulfur. The number next to it is how many, where the hell? Well, that is not what I wanted. Okay, what we have here, okay, factories. You can read this. Subsidized factory. It seems that irons are required. Go ahead and increase the priority of the steel factory to make sure they have priority. Okay, how factories are built depends on your country's present economic policy. Under a laissez-faire economy, for example, all your factories are built by your capitalists. In the current Belgian system, however, both the government and the capitalists can build factories. Building more factories is a good way to boost the country's economy. Go ahead and click the Build Factory button for Belgian Wallonie. Where is that button? Oh, here we go. Okay, all the factories that can be built. If you click the regular close factor in the menu, you can see which kind of inputs are produced. Since we already have a fabric factory in our country, building a factory that takes fabric as an input can improve our local economy. Regular close. Okay. To build a factory, you need to provide input goods. You don't have these when you click build, they'll automatically be bought off the world market. There is also an input cost. This is the cost of the input goods the factory needs for its first few days of production. On this screen, you can see how many unemployed workers are available. If there aren't any, you can still build the factory. Other types of workers will start becoming factory workers. Good indicators on which factory to build are the supply and demand of goods, especially if there's a local supply of inputs and a regular demand for the outputs. For now, let's build a regular clothes factory. Click build. Okay. You don't have new factories. You don't have to build new factories to increase your production. You can also upgrade your factories. Expanding a factory can also be done by either the capitalist or a player, depending on the political system. The cost of upgrading a factory is similar to building one and can be seen when hovering over the upgrade factory button. Let's upgrade our steel factory. Press the upgrade button for the steel factory. And there we are, expand factory. Okay, everything a factory produces is put up on the world market. The factory then gets paid depending on the current price on what gets sold. The factory then stores the amount needed to buy input goods for the next day. The difference is profit. The profit is then used to pay the workers, craftsmen and clerks, and owners, capitalists. The player does not receive money directly from the factory profits, but rather through taxing the population and putting tariffs on groups. Make sure you keep an eye on the profitability of your factories. Unprofitable factories will fire workers and create unemployment. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And this is just basically me starting to get ready to learn Victoria 3. So we're gonna. I hope you like this, and I'll see you next time.